Ladies and gentlemen, Russell Cage Experience coming to you right here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, and if you do a Yahoo search, you'll probably find me that way if you type in Russell Cage Experience. TNA Impact is in the books for August 6, 2009, and I figured I would go ahead and make a review. I'm shortly going to go in here and watch the replay of Superstars. I did catch Santino versus Chris Masters. I fell asleep during the rest of the show, though, honestly, so I don't know if I'll review it. Maybe I might put it up in a blogger review, but TNA Impact is what I'm here for. As I said, it's in the record books, and honestly, overall, TNA tonight was actually quite entertaining. At least to me, it was. I thought it was. I thought it went well. It flowed well, and let's get right into it. Main Event Mafia opens up the show, and Kurt Angle basically talks about Bobby Lashley and all that, and basically taking over TNA. Invites World Elite out. Apparently, him and Eric Young have come to an agreement to form a union, a pact, to basically take over TNA side by side, and I'm interested to seeing this. And honestly, it's reminding me quite a bit of the NWO and WCW, honestly. And the way the NWO worked out is you had a new member each week, so I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully, like honestly, the NWO was very successful, but the NWOs in the past try to move on from that sort of image, I guess so to say. But Main Event Mafia and the World Elite forming an alliance to take over TNA. Mick Foley is in the back, basically says it's time to go to war with that, and from there, we get our first match. Eric Young with Kiyoshi and Sheik Abdul-Bashir versus Daniels with the Motor City Machine Guns, and this was an alright match. Eric Young getting to showcase some of his talent and all that, and especially with a good opponent in Daniels, and overall it was an alright match. We've seen Eric Young pick up the victory with help from Kiyoshi and Sheik Abdul-Bashir. Motor City Machine Guns were just kind of sitting there, not really doing anything, so I don't really know why exactly they were out there and whatnot. They did have, they did have a segment to where basically Daniels told him it's time to go to war, that World Elite and Main Event Mafia were out there making themselves known, and the Motor City Machine Guns were just acting goofy, so Eric Young picks up the victory here in a decent opening match with Daniels. Next, we had an 8-man tag. Rob Terry picks up the pin for his team. Didn't really get to see much of Big Rob Terry in the match, honestly. I'm not sure if they're not confident enough in his talents in the ring or what, but the main thing is that the take out of this, just a big, humongous brawl, took up a majority of the show, honestly. A brawl between the Main Event Mafia and World Elite, and Sting, Mick Foley, Bobby Lashley, Daniels, the Machine Guns, Team 3D, and Beer Money. I think I got everybody there. But I mean, it was just a big brawl. It reminded me once again of NWO versus WCW. It was that big. Honestly, the Main Event Mafia and the World Elite do not need to get any more members. They're fine the way they are. Just keep it the way it is, and there we are. But really, I felt the brawl that was taking place between the two factions, or if you even want to call them factions, that took place between them. Basically was really got too much airtime, to be honest with you. So that being said, 8-man tag, Rob Terry, Doug Williams, Scott Steiner, Booker T pick up the victory over Team 3D and Beer Money. We have a really good match here, a Knockouts tag team match. Elisa Flash and Tracy Brooks versus Taylor Wilde and Sarita, and really it was just a good knockouts match. Alyssa Flash, very impressive in the ring. Tracy Brooks doing a good job in the ring. Taylor Wilde, I mean, it was just an overall good wrestling match, and I'm looking forward to seeing these four work together more here in the coming weeks, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for. No doubt Sarita and Alyssa Flash will work probably one-on-one matches, and maybe Tracy Brooks and Taylor Wilde will work one-on-one matches with that. So, honestly, if I had to choose, that'd probably be one of the top. That match right there alone would probably be one of the top 3 matches of the night. We have another sit-down interview with Hernandez, and to be honest with you, I've been tired of the sit-down interviews, but this is one of the very few, probably the only one of the sit-down interviews that I actually enjoyed, and it's helping get Hernandez over. They're looking to do big things with Hernandez, I think, and the main thing to take away from this was that it looks like LAX is disbanding. Doesn't look like they're going to be teaming much anymore from the sounds of it. So, with that being said, Hernandez does kind of come in a little bit late in his limo or whatever after the brawl done took over and all that. But anyway, next match, best of 3 series. Honestly, I thought their first match was better, but it was still a decent match for the night. Matt Morgan versus AJ Styles. It's now tied up 1-1. Matt Morgan and AJ Styles. I figured as much. It'd be tied up after tonight because there's no sense in advertising a best of 3 match if there's not going to be 3 matches. Simple as that. But overall, the first match was better. Hopefully the third match will deliver a little bit more excitement, but overall it still was good. Matt Morgan looking impressive in the match, which I think is what it set out to do. So then we do have a segment here, a promo for August 16th, the return of the Pope, D'Angelo, and I forget the last name off the top of my head, but it was D'Angelo something. But could this mean a return of Elijah Burke to TNA Wrestling? If that's exactly what it is, then by all means, I'm ready for it. Elijah Burke, I enjoyed watching him wrestle back when he was in WWE on ECW. So I'm looking forward to good things from him if he does sign with TNA. If he signed with TNA, that could possibly be what this is, because he does go by the Black Pope. So this is very well possible a hint for a TNA debut for Elijah Burke under a new name, of course. But there you have it, folks. You heard it on TNA first if you watched Impact tonight. And then our main event was Brutus Magnus versus Sting. British Invasion kick from ringside before the match started. Alright match here, but once again we get another big brawl at the end of the show, and once again the brawl, it took up way too much time, took up way too much TV time, honestly. But overall I think TNA successfully had a good show that flowed. There wasn't a lot of backstage segments, and if there was, I didn't really notice them as much. So kudos to TNA for a good show. Tomorrow there's supposed to be some big things happen on SmackDown, so I'm going to be watching SmackDown tomorrow and hopefully have a review of it up. And I've got one Q&A question. Well, technically 2 Q&A questions from one person, and I will be hopefully posting a Q&A video here soon. If you have any questions that you want to send my way, go ahead and send them. Be sure to check out the other Q&A videos that I've done a few days ago. It's a 2-part video, so definitely check it out. And Mr. Kiwi 101, thank you for your 2 questions. I will answer them in the next video. And with that being said, that is my TNA Impact review. Let me know what you thought of TNA Impact tonight, and let me know how you felt about the brawling and all that, and British Invasion, World Elite and Main Event Mafia combining. With that being said, I'm going to end this video right here. And you guys take it easy. Have a great night. Peace out.